And so it's basically almost our first anniversary of Wuthering Wave, and yesterday we have a pretty nice live stream that was done by Wuthering Waves. I think the quality of the live stream recently has been improving a lot, which, you know, is a nice thing from Wuthering Wave before compared to, you know, the very first live stream that they have done. Now, there has been a lot of discussion regarding the anniversary itself, especially the reward parts, and so we're going to be having today's video looking into this and discuss my personal viewpoints and how we can potentially fix this, and hopefully, who knows, since Wuthering Wave have been listening to many of our feedbacks before, maybe they can actually listen to this and make some changes toward the anniversary rewards itself. And as we've mentioned before, there are big dissatisfaction regarding the anniversary rewards itself, because I think there are two main reasons here. The first thing is that Manyverse has been expecting to get at least more pools or basically Radiant Tide. I think at this point it's kind of confirmed that we're going to be having around 35 Radiant Tide, and then other events that we're going to be getting in terms of Astrite counts. We can expect, you know, roughly at least around 20 more Radiant Tide. Now obviously I haven't done the Astrite count itself, but that's roughly something to be expected. Other than that, generally Manyverse has been expecting to get at least a free 5-star character as well. Either it is going to be a 5-star standard character selector of your own choice, or a limited free 5-star character, just like last time how we got Shangli Yao. Now obviously there has been many opinions regarding why Wuthering Wave is not giving out free 5-star character anymore. Like there has been saying for Shangli Yao in the past, because the game wasn't doing well, so they've given free Shangli Yao to make up to the players, but now they're not giving free 5-star character anymore because the game is doing a lot better, so they don't really have to respect us that much. Now there are many opinions, but for me personally, I don't think that is too much going to be the case, because from how the dev have been listening to our feedbacks and everything that they've done to the game, I still think Kuro definitely respects the players a lot. They really love their game and put a lot of care to everything that they are doing, especially again, as I've mentioned before, all the optimization that has been done to the game, very fast changes that has been made. I have a lot of trust that the game will still get a lot better as time goes on. Now that being said, there are certainly some, I would say, issues regarding how the rewards are being done for the first anniversary itself. And the biggest one is definitely going to be regarding the returning resonator banner themselves. Now, even though they are divided into two phases, the fact that Kuro is bringing back way too many characters within one pack is definitely going to be tough for many of the players, considering most of us are technically free-to-play players. Only a number of us are kind of like light spenders, Dolphin, and obviously not to mention Rogues. Now that is one thing, right? But the tougher thing regarding this is that the rate of this banner generally is still going to be on the same rate of 50-50, and from what I'm reading here, I can't see any confirmation regarding these banner towards your official banners, you know, like the Zani and the Chikona banner, to be carried over from this banner or back to the official limited banner just yet. They are saying that we do have to wait for more information details regarding the convenes rule later on, but hopefully we're going to be providing at least some kind of feedback here, so that at least the pity of these banners are going to be shared. That is going to be the first thing. Other than that, again, I think one of the biggest topics that people are saying right now is the fact that we don't have a free 5-star character for the first anniversary reward would be something of a valid point for everyone to expect. Now obviously there are expectation management that we need to think about whenever we're asking for rewards, right? Because if we ask something that's way too much for a company to actually satisfy, that's more or less going to be not so good of a feedback toward a company, and I don't think that's going to be helping Manyverse too much. Like for example, if you're asking like an 80 free pools so that you can get a guaranteed 5-star, including free 5-star character, especially if you're asking very good limited 5-star character of being free, for example like Jinxie or Carlotta. Those kind of asking, that's going to be way too much for the company to actually satisfy you, because definitely that's going to be affecting their sales quite tremendously, which is why we need to still think about what our feedbacks are and what kind of rewards expectation management we have regarding the feedback itself. So when it comes to potentially any kind of fixing that Withering Wave can do so that many of us can be happy with the rewards, plus it doesn't affect the company too much. First off, is discussing about these returning banner itself. Now, for starter, I've already heard that many of us want to actually have a change into the pity system of these banners itself, which is a valid point. However, I'm seeing that many of us actually want it to be 100% guarantee. Obviously, that sounds great. I would love that to be the case if it's possible as well. However, I feel that it's more toward too much of a tougher side for Kuro themselves already, because if we're asking for an 100% guarantee pity rate, this can be already asking for a guaranteed roughly 80 radiant height for you guys already, because basically you're already taking out the losing factors of the banner itself. So yes, it would be nice if we get 100% guaranteed pity, but I think a more manageable changes to these banner would be roughly around a 70 to a 75% guaranteed rate of this banner to be a rate up can be a decent change. Either that, if Kuro still want to keep it as a 50-50 banner, then they can lower down the number of pulls until you get a guaranteed 5-star. Usually it is 90, but for these kind of banner, they can lower it down to, like a 70 to a 75 pulls for you to get a guaranteed 5-star, which is something I also think would rather be reasonable for these kind of banner, especially when we're bringing back so many different characters, and I'm pretty sure you guys would like to have at least 2 or 3 of these characters or their weapon as well. But with the fact that Kuro is already bringing back way too many of the potential rerun banner like this, we actually don't know when these characters are going to be back for their reruns, right? That's potentially one thing they can do to improve the reward. Other than that, obviously we would like to have a lot more Astrites and Radiant Tide. If we get more of that, that's also going to be good. But another thing, and something that's very easy I feel that they can do, is just basically provide us a standard 5-star selector. I don't think giving us a free standard 5-star character is going to be affecting the company much, right? And then every one of us should be able to get a copy of something nice, would make many of us happy while not potentially affecting the company too much. Now, if we want to go a little bit more extreme, then we can potentially, try asking for just a free limited character. For example, the 1.0 character like Yiyan, which can kind of make sense, though Yiyan is still a very good DPS character, but it's been a while since he's been out, right? Basically a year at this point. He's already been back a couple of times, I think at least 1 rerun, and now it's going to be 2. So if we don't have a free 5-star standard character selector, at the very least we can try asking for, a free Yiyan at this point. But obviously, as I have mentioned, for Withering Wave, the easiest thing they can do at this point is just basically give us a free 5-star standard banner selector, and that is technically going to be making many of us happy, and that's going to be pretty easy fix for them. But obviously, again, these are all just going to be my thoughts and discussion regarding the anniversary banner. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment below. If you have any other discussion point you want to make, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. I just want to ask you that to keep things constructed regarding the feedback itself and try not to get into too much of an argument, because again, everyone can voice their opinion and feedback, and obviously we know that Withering Wave have been listening to our feedback a lot. Do provide constructive feedback, because who knows, changes toward the anniversary reward will be faster than we think. Guys, I think that's everything I have to say regarding the anniversary itself. I hope that the video have been enjoyable for you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on my future Withering Wave videos. I really appreciate you guys staying with me till this part, and with that, I wish you a super day, and I'll catch you on my next video.